If you watched my last video about incapacity planning and you thought, oh, I already have a power of attorney, I don't need anything else, this conversation is especially for you because that's one of the most common things I hear from responsible, thoughtful families that just don't know any better. And it makes sense. A power of attorney sounds like it should solve the problem and like it should solve many problems. I often meet Florida families who say, we've covered incapacity, we signed a power of attorney. And again, these are not careless people, they're planners, they're organized, they've taken steps. But when we slow the conversation down, the real question becomes, is that document part of a framework or is it a standalone document? And this is usually where the conversation shifts because families realize a power of attorney is a tool. It's not a plan. It's just a legal tool. This is what I call the power of attorney fallacy. It's the assumption that one document can handle every decision in every situation at every stage of life. But incapacity planning that actually works is about coordination, strategic coordination, not just authorization. A power of attorney can give someone authority, but it does not automatically create clarity, timing, boundaries, or coordination. And that's where families can run into trouble. This is also why incapacity planning is not something that most families want to DIY, experiment with, or piecemeal. Not because you're not capable, but because once incapacity happens, there's no opportunity to step in and say, wait, that's not what I meant. You can no longer notarize a document. You don't have clarity of mind. Or you're in a coma, or you're in a car accident and you've become disabled, etc. The penalty is too big and it's unfixable because the person that could clarify the intent simply cannot do it any longer. That's why thoughtful families focus on structure, not just documents. Many of the families that I work with manage businesses, real estate investments, or complex family dynamics. They understand that authority without structure creates confusion. They would not run a business with just a signature and no system. And incapacity planning works the same way. So if you've signed a power of attorney, but you still feel uncertain, that does not mean that you did something wrong. It usually just means that you have reached a point in your life where you need a framework, not just a form. This is often the moment that families realize it's worth slowing down, taking a moment, and making sure that everything actually works the way that you intend it to work. This is something that I spend real time on in my upcoming February live webinar. This is something that I spend real time on in my upcoming live webinar. We'll walk through how incapacity planning works as part of a broader estate plan, as part of a framework, including where powers of attorney fit and where they do not. If you're the kind of person who wants decisions handled smoothly without confusion or any court involvement, I invite you to join me for this live webinar. You can register on my website. And the webinar is designed for Florida families that want clarity, structure, and confidence before they move forward with decisions that affect them, their estate, their business, their residence, and their children.